Bet.
Another episode of Three Sites. We snowed in, but we got stuff to talk about. So we bringing it to you because we care about you. So that's what it is. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, we doing amazing. We doing amazing. Had a good breakfast. Good breakfast.
You care to share? You care to share what you ate, my brother?
Oh, absolutely. I had French toast, and the French toast was
Mm.
covered in blueberries,
Oh,
strawberries, and
oh,
bananas.
oh!
It was very elite. It was very elite.
Very elite
Very
breakfast.
elite. It was very elite breakfast. I felt very light. Then I went and I did some Uber Meats deliveries. Um,
Okay.
so I'm feeling great today. I'm in a
uh,
great mood.
Jim Rap, what about you, Jim Rap? Mr. Lover Man.
Jabba.
No, I had my workout today was shoveling snow, shoveling the driveway.
I
We have
still
a pretty long driveway, and I'm actually I had a late breakfast because I'm trying to cut down on my food.
okay.
Mm.
Ready for that.
You want to get that six pack is built in the kitchen in the winter too.
Right.
Mm.
Stop trying to get a six pack in the summer. You're supposed to already be ready. Ah.
Mm.
But listen, man, we got some interesting stuff to talk about.
Right.
Shed some insight on. I want to get y'all opinion on something, right? Now we all heard of this Michigan coach incident. Sherrone Moore. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He was the first Michigan black coach, right? I mean, he's been with them for 6 years as on the offensive staff. The last 2 seasons, he made it up to head coach. Very proud accomplishment. And as y'all know, he just got fired for being in a relationship with a coworker, right? A staff worker. And come to find out, he was married with 3 kids. He was having an affair, and he went to court. Well, got arrested because she called and said, he's at my house, and he was saying he was going to kill himself. You're going to watch me die. It's your fault. And the reason why I looked into the story, and the reason why I got this question is, what is the actual crime here to be fired? Because they said Michigan State said they fired him after an investigation because an Uber Eats driver dropped off Plan B pills to the
Wow.
coach.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
who believes that?
Wow.
Who believes that a Uber
Wow.
Eats driver dropping off Plan B medicine
Wow.
all the staff and say, yeah, look, I dropped off Plan B medicine to a coach.
Wow.
The pills. I guess maybe she was pregnant or
Wow.
what. But that sounds like bogus to me. You understand me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, but whatever. Even if that's bogus, this is very messy. And
Mm.
Michigan, they're talking about college football. You can't have that mess come back on you. It's a black, back blow on you. I understand if they want to fire him because they're on TV. They're representing a lot of people. They can't. That's way too messy.
But they fired him before he went and got arrested. See, the chain of events is like this. They fired him because they did an investigation. They hired a law firm to investigate his affair with his coworker. So my question is it wrong to have work affairs? Is
Okay.
going too far firing people because that's where people meet now? Nobody goes to the club no more.
Not so I think there are factors that come to play, right? Was she a subordinate? Did he have the means and the access to affect her career in a positive manner? Like if he had any say so in her getting paper, in her making money, in her being promoted,
No,
then
that's
at
not
the
the
end
case.
of the day,
It's
it's a
not the case.
conflict of interest. Also, it could be a situation where it's just public relations, right?
I got
As a college coach, bro, you make bread.
yeah,
This is my point. Yep.
You're making upwards of $500,000 a year, my guy,
but what I'm
and you
saying,
and you are the face of the brand.
If you
Hey,
fall in love, right? What's the crime here? Is
The
it
crime is that you were
fired?
supposed to, that love should have kept your ass home last night.
I love should have kept you home
this is
last night.
this is the
Should
same. This is
be
the same. My
oh, but listen, what I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't get fired because you cheat on somebody. That's morally wrong, right? That's between his wife. They worked that out, right?
Hmm.
But he got fired because a Uber driver said Plan B was delivered to his office, so investigate him. That's bogus. Somebody, and you know why he went to her house?
Yeah.
She told him on him. She went to the school
So
and
then
said
so then
a relationship, and we broke. He broke up with her.
okay.
And she went and turned on him and said, I'm going to ruin your life since you don't want to be with me no more, right? Allegedly, because that's what I'm reading, right? And guess what? She told the school, we've been in a relationship for years. And then
so
they fired him. He went back to her house and said, you lost my job. You told him this. You ruined my life. That's what I read. He said, you ruined my life. And you're going to watch me. I'm going to kill myself, and it's going to be all on your hand.
whoa. Unalive, sir. There's
That's
certain words we can't say.
unalive. And that's listen, that's when he called the cops,
Yeah.
right?
right.
And I mean, she called the cops. He left,
Yeah.
and then that's when they picked him up and arrested him, right? He just went to her and said, "You went and told my job that we was messing around, and now they
Hmm.
have fired me."
Yeah.
Yeah. Too
So
messy. Nobody wants that mess on the front
So then
door.
clearly
you
there must
can't
have
fire
been,
now before that.
hold on. That means that their job had a no fraternization clause.
Should that be changed? That's the
No.
Rome. You meet people at work. 80%.
And you meet people at work, and what ends up happening is because of the fact that you spend so much time with them, you mistake proximity for affection,
Yeah.
and it gets misconstrued because you're away from your family. You're around these people more often, so you're going to find people that you vibe with, and that vibe ultimately may become attraction. To keep messy situations like this from happening in organizations
Right.
where attractive people generally are hired because they help when it comes to selling products, like in marketing, they have no fraternization
I mean,
clauses.
you mean to tell me if two people are single
Yeah,
and they fall in love at work,
but that's
they're
not
gonna
what we're
get
talking
fired
about
for
right
it?
now. But
No,
that's
no,
not
no,
what we're
no. He
talking
got
about.
no. He got fired before the
Mhm.
arrest. They
Bro,
he went he
he
went
got fired because that girl said that he broke up with me and we were dating and they violated the clause.
right.
And
She
she
went.
knew he had more to lose than she did.
What I'm saying, and I'm in the camp of there's a lot of people that meet each other at work now. The
Hmm.
dating scene has changed. It's internet, is work. It's no more clubs. It's
Hmm.
more. Let me meet this person here. It's either the internet or getting hooked up to a friend or maybe at work. But I'm saying, does the job is the job too much into people's personal lives, right?
Well, we had a saying. Remember the saying, don't poop where you eat?
Yeah.
Don't poop where you eat. You heard that. Don't poop where you eat. Keep your meat out your coworkers. Don't poop where you eat. Bag them in the street.
If two people are single, is this really a crime? Would this be a crime? Should that
It
be?
depends. It depends because what if he's the boss or she's the boss, and then there's who knows what? There's like he could get promoted, she could get depromoted. If they
That
break up, that could cause problems at work.
this is
Yeah.
the case. The
Huh?
case I'm talking about, they fired him before the arrest. That's why he went over there and said, "You ruined my life. You just cost me my job because
It was probably
because
a
I broke
hosp.
up with
So, but think
you."
about it, bro.
And he messed up because he was married. He had 3 kids. I get that. That's terrible.
No, you're not listening to. You're not thinking about the what is probably going on in the situation. For this girl, he broke up with her, right? Yes, we agree with that. So
In the relationship, she went
he
and told on him that, hey, we've
why
been
do you think she told?
because she still wanted to be with him. You know how that is.
Or or
If I listen, you leave me, I'll ruin you. It's plain
yeah,
and simple. I want to ruin,
yeah.
right? And guess what? He went back to that house and said, You do this, you that, you went, you did that, you get it. I'm gonna do this, and then he left.
Mm-hmm.
She called the cops and said, "I'm gonna get you some more." Oh,
Absolutely.
and let me tell you, this goes when love turns to hate, right?
When a woman's fed up.
And that's exactly the
And,
problem with
and
having people date at work in the work spot, because then there's that I'm going to get you back, and now you're at work. So
Which
what is
is
one person? It's not good. It's not productive.
should if no one can get fired for meeting and dating at work, then she had no leverage. The only reason why she had leverage is because this is a thing. The job tells you you can't have a relationship if you work here. You cannot meet.
there's a no fraternization
Should that change?
clause
Should
at
they
the
do it
job.
after work hours? Right?
Bro, I
Listen,
You a
pay
grown
you
man.
enough.
You
I
should
pay
be able
you
to do
en-
whatever you want after work.
I pay you enough money to find love somewhere else.
yeah,
Wrong. Love, when love hits you, let me tell you, when you
It's
love
not love, bro.
somebody, you make a connection.
let,
It's
I
not
don't care
love,
if
bro.
you worked on the moon.
let
If
It's
you
me
not
say
make
love,
something.
bro.
Let me say something. Okay, so let's play that out. Let's say two people meet at work. They're dating,
Yeah.
and something goes wrong, and they break up. Now they have to see each other every day at work, and have to interact. All breakups are not the same. There are very few breakups where it's done in a peaceful way. Now you have that toxic environment at a workplace. You
Yeah.
don't want that.
Yeah.
As someone who owns a company, you don't want that.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm on the fence with this one. I'm not sure if everybody should just keep leaving their job, losing their jobs because they get into something personal. It's just that's the first thing they do. Take his job. Take his job. He got out of line, and it's like if you're a good coach, you do this. I understand it's messy, right? It is messy, um, but I mean, no one is perfect. No one is non-human, and I'm noticing a trend. They only getting, and I don't want to throw that black thing out there again. They're taking brothers down through sexual relations.
Mm.
No.
So
What about the
smooth
CEO that
B.
got caught?
Smooth.
What about the CEO that got caught the other day at
It's
the
ruining
concert?
brothers. It's That's how they're getting successful chess people off the board. Yo, you did this? Oh, you messed with this? You had a threesome while you was 25 years old in your prime? How dare you? And they
Nah, you're wrong.
I think personal control is a thing. I think you're a grown man and one of two things happens and there's a lesson to be learned in this, and I think the lesson is for young people and even older professionals, that long contract that they make you sign before you start working at a place, you might want to read that.
Right.
That's number one. Two, most jobs tell you about the fraternization clause in a job because they know that there's a great
Will
chance
she be
that you're
fired?
going to be
Let me
doing
ask
that.
you another question, right?
What?
Let's be fair. Should she be fired too? Because I didn't hear nothing about her losing her job, right? Now, she participated in this relationship with him, right? She
Yeah,
was his mistress, right?
yeah.
Somebody, a Uber driver. Now, if y'all believe that, I'm gonna sell you the George Washington Bridge, because I own a part of it. Let's just say, if you believe that an Uber driver that dropped off a package went and told the head office, "Look, I dropped this off. Check them out." It was a setup. They already was on him. That was the excuse to say we investigated you, because they can't just say I'm gonna investigate you for no reason. That is crazy to me, right?
My no, no. What's crazy to me is that you're Ubering Plan B's to your job.
Man, people Uber everything now. I mean,
No, no, no. Come, no. Stop it. Five. You
I
like you.
dropped when I did Uber. A lady, I went into a Burger King and got a Dr Pepper, and one Dr Pepper, and I went all the way somewhere. And I said, "Miss, you only ordered a Dr. Pepper." She said, "Yeah, because they don't. The other store was out of it." It's ridiculous what they ordered, man.
Listen, bro. Look, man. I'm just saying.
I feel bad for him.
I
I feel
mean, yeah.
for his wife.
That's who I feel bad for.
No, I feel bad for him too. I
His
feel
family.
I feel bad.
Yeah, that's who I feel bad for. I feel bad for the collateral damage in this matter.
Yes, no, I feel bad for him because he worked so many years to get ahead, right?
Well, why would you put yourself in jeopardy like that?
Yeah.
Rome, listen to me, man. Again, right? What he did morally was wrong, right? But again, for someone to lose their job because they did something, relationship and had something, that's between him and his wife to work, because his wife might forgive him, right?
Yeah.
Who am I to hate the man if his wife stays with him and forgive the man? So
Nobody's
I'm not gonna sit here. What he did was, he got unfocused, and that thing is, you know, everybody's kryptonite. Every man's That's Superman's kryptonite. That loving, and
yeah.
stay focused. But to fire him before he even got arrested, because he wouldn't have even went over to her house if they would have said, "Look, she came to us. We respect your job. You got to stop this relationship now." It could have been the end of it.
What if you we don't know the backstory? What if
I
that's
read.
what happened?
I read the story. She went to this is public. She went to the job and said, "Me and him has been in a relationship. This, and this, right? For this amount of years."
Okay.
Told everything, and then they fired him. They called him in and fired him. And that's when he went to her house and said, "You just got me fired and ruined my life. Why did you go tell them that?" And that's when he said what he said. And the reason I'm saying is because he never put his hands on her. He didn't threaten her. He said, "You just ruined my." That's a natural reaction. You just ruined my life, right? And why would you do that? And then he left. And then she called the cops and said, he said he was gonna kill himself. He said this and this, and they got him on a misdemeanor, right? It's not like he's gonna go do time. He didn't do nothing to nobody, but it is sad because the first thing they do is take your job.
Yeah, but he knew that that could happen
Took the
from
risk.
that action. So risk management. He was willing to risk it, and he
Word.
got that. There you go. But
Let me tell you. Yep. No, I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say. Let me tell you something. I tell all young brothers, especially when they're going into the education world,
Corporate America, yeah.
but any high power in any job of that manner, I always say, bro, don't sleep with your coworkers, bro. It
Ne-
never ends up well for the man.
no.
It never ends up well for the man, and here's
If
why.
they you,
Because of our anatomy, because of our anatomy, we are considered the aggressor in all of these situations. So when Shorty told on him, she immediately became the victim. Now, whether that be right or wrong, we're in these
lose,
positions of power. We're in
lose,
these
she should lose her job too. You know why? Because she was a worker and broke the rules too.
She
Come on,
probably will. She probably will.
she
she didn't.
prop she'll
No, she didn't, and she won't because she's the victim.
But
Now
let me tell
he
you something. But let me tell you something. I bet you
she,
her job, I bet you her job paid 10% of his job. So it will be easy for her to get a new job.
she didn't
When
lose her job.
even if she does,
But is that fair?
if she ultimately loses her job, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, Shorty loses her job. She loses a 70, 90K job.
Maybe
She's an educated
maybe
woman. She
100
gets another one of those.
job, good pension. Maybe that was her dream job.
Listen to me.
Don't know.
Either way, it's not at the magnitude of a
Yeah.
500,000
Ain't no five
plus
making millions.
dollar
He was,
job.
he was. I think he was making like 5, 6 million. He was
Then
making.
he need to slap himself.
He's making some bread, man. He
Because
been.
what I'm not gonna do is
So
mess
there's
up
only
a
one victim here, huh? There's only one victim here again, right? It's
Well,
two.
she came forward though. She came forward.
came
She's
Forward
forward.
or what?
protected because she
It
came
was,
forward.
you're not a
Came
victim for
forward.
having a relationship. She came forward and said, "Hey, we've been dating." That's
Yeah,
not no. That's not no forward.
she
Forward is
came forward. We've
I
been
was
doing the
locked up in
do.
the basement and he had me tied up. That's coming forward. Y'all need to stop that. It's crazy how that's why I see things in a different sight, different manner. Because he he his wife and his kids, he has to deal with that, right? He has
hmm
to deal with that. But again,
Absolutely.
should every job fire you because you met your wife at your job and
It's
married?
not every job.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's not every job. You could bang your boss at Walmart all day. It's all good, bro. You could bang your boss at McDonald's all day. It's all good, bro. I'm
And
sure you
again,
could do it
in
at
the best
Aldi and
case
Lidl
scenario,
too.
and again, in the best case scenario, if both parties decide to separate and they're broken up, you're gonna have to see that person every day again because you're not gonna leave your job. They're not gonna leave their job. It's not good.
So the answer is that no, the workforce doesn't go too far with dictating or determining who you can date at your job.
No, no, not at all. I require a certain amount of professionalism and cohesion in my team. And it's good while you guys are together, but as soon as you guys break up, now there's cliques, now there's divisiveness, now it's he say, she say.
If it's
Right.
affecting your job, then I
Yeah.
understand. If it's not affecting your job, I don't think you should be fired.
But what happens if it does?
Then you
It's,
should
a,
be fired. Then there's a justification.
it's affecting
The
her job.
justification isn't, oh well, you did it, even though it didn't bring no blowback to me. It's a relationship that was consensual. It wasn't no. What is the crime here? The crime is
What,
that he
my
cheated on
guy,
his wife.
what if, riddle me this, what if this is not the first time that homie has been
You
caught with his
speculating.
hand in a candy jar?
Speculate. I
I'm
cannot.
allowed to.
You,
I'm allowed to. This
I'm
is
not
my opinion. I'm allowed to.
Yeah, it's
This
true.
is my opinion. I'm allowed to.
participating in your speculation.
I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to have an.
Surprised she didn't try to blackmail him.
You feel me? She probably did.
If it isn't love, why do I feel
Mm.
this way?
Yeah.
Why does she stay on my mind? Love
No.
is powerful. And where you
Yeah.
people and fall in love with, the point of the matter is he broke up with her. She went and told on him. And then he went and confronted her and got up out of there, and his life is ruined. Now
Yeah.
the world knows, his family knows, he got to deal with so much. That brother done worked so hard and lost so much.
I,
You
I
So the
smell.
insight, so the insight we gained off of this again is don't sleep with coworkers.
No, the insight is love your wife and
Yup.
stay at home with your family.
Absolutely.
And it's cheaper to keep her. You might be a little
Wow.
happy.
Yup. Let them use
I,
you.
Might not.
I smell a 50 Cent Netflix documentary here.
Ah.
He might
Wow.
do it. He
Look,
might
look,
try to ruin another black man. He
look,
might do
stop,
it.
chill, man. I told you, man. Chill with my Uncle Curtis. Respect him. We respect him.
I don't respect. I
We
respect him.
respect him. We
Respect
respect his
him.
hustle.
Nah, that's not a hustle.
Can we speak about that now? Because now
Hold on.
that I've
Hold on.
partaken.
Hold on. I got one more serious thing before we get into that last one.
Okay. All right.
My condolences go out to two incidents that happened. The Brown University shooting
Mm-hmm.
in Rhode Island that just happened. I think they have somebody in custody.
Mm-hmm.
They got him at the if I wrote down at the Hamilton Inn up there in Rhode Island, about 28 miles away. He had two guns on him. He's just they didn't officially say he did it, but he's a person of interest. But he had two guns on him, and
Mm-hmm.
this was an Ivy League campus. Very Rhode Island is a great place to visit, and kids, two kids is dead. Nine is injured. Maybe that's more as of right now. That's the count.
Yeah.
And somebody reported allegedly that he said Allahu Akbar while he was shooting.
Mm-mm.
And this also goes right hand in hand what happened in Sydney, Australia, at the Jewish, the Hanukkah gathering, 2,000 people, and I believe in there, 11 dead, and down out there in Sydney, Australia, 29 people injured and 11 dead. And one of the gunmen is dead, and the other one is in the hospital. I think they neutralized them, and they was Palestinians from what I'm getting. So again, is the Muslim community. I don't know if they are attacking Jews at the moment. If this is going to happen all over the world, but I don't know. But everybody got to be safe. All the Jewish community, we're with you, and we don't want to see that. Three sites don't want to see. We spread love, so it's craziness going on out there. So everybody got to protect themselves, and I hope this is not a Muslim thing.
No, it's not. It's not.
Trying to put it like they trying to piece it because of the Palestinian and
No.
the guy yelling Allahu Akbar.
We don't subscribe to that. These are just sick individuals that
Yeah.
are doing sick things. You know what I mean, individually. I know too many Muslims. I interact with too many Muslims in my day to day. They're peaceful, loving people. These are
No doubt.
two people who decided that they wanted to be radical and they wanted to make a public scene by doing something unfortunate and being wicked. Because I know that Quran, just like my Bible, does not condone this, man.
No
It's
doubt.
not a part of the tenets.
Right. So our hearts go out to the Brown University families. We all got daughters that's in college that went to college,
Absolutely.
but you send your kid off to college and not make it home is devastating.
Word.
We need more love in this world, man. We lack love. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality. Because this is crazy. And the hero that tackled the gunman in Sydney, Australia, at the waterfront that he just started letting off was amazing. I don't know his name yet or whatever, but while the guy was shooting, he hid behind the car, waited for his moment, ran and tackled a guy and got the
Wow.
gun away. So
That's
he
wild.
saved the
Incredible.
lives. He put his life on the line and he saved a lot of lives. And that was amazing. So, that's what we wanted to comment on that. But
Yeah. You started this off saying hate and we don't condemn hate. This is exactly what that is. There's people that choose to interpret the world around them using these hatred glasses. And they can't, the way they react towards the world is with hatred. And it, in this case, it just happens that the guys, their coding, their way of thinking is they're from a Muslim background, but I don't believe that to be true of the Muslim community. It's
Right.
just that there's certain individuals that like to interpret the world in hatred, and it's unfortunate, but that's you know the situation with a lot of people.
yeah,
Undiagnosed mental health is a real thing. I think people with personality disorders is a real thing. A lot of these guys are like antisocial or super socially awkward, isolated environments. You know what I mean? All they got is the internet. Don't really touch grass too often. When they do go outside, they going outside to fulfill certain type of fantasies. They've been radicalized because they have no social outlet, no social circle to really talk to. So you go into a rabbit hole of dark videos, and now you come out. The world is a horrible place, and I need to inflict pain in order to make things right. When in fact, you gotta do the best that you can and make the change that you can in your own community. And if everybody does that, the world will be a better place, man.
Right.
I think we'll soon get there. Hopefully, I just, we don't know if this is going to be happening in, different, places of the world, but, you know, everybody got to protect themselves out there. You know what I'm saying? When you're meeting in large places, we need security now. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Got to be safe out there. Hopefully we won't have no more incidents anytime soon. And so because the guy they're saying that got from the Browns University, the suspect, he wasn't a student. That's why I'm saying something, you know, and then this happened. And, so we just got to make sure this is not coordinated or there's not a hate group going around, wanting to carry out heinous crimes. You know what I'm saying? We just got to be watchful and, and that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Ron, what did you wanted to talk about this? Look at him smiling. Go ahead. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Birdman hand rub, if you don't mind, if I will. Um, yo, this so I watched part two of the Diddy doc. One, like one of my favorite comedians says, 50 Cent really hates Diddy. He hates him 4 episodes
Yeah, that was a great skit.
long.
Great stand-up comedy there.
Word.
Keep laughing, Ron. I'm gonna just say this.
What's up?
I hear that Diddy is suing Netflix for $1 billion if they don't recant the statements. Now, again, I'm not a fan of the documentary because it's like it wasn't balanced. It was all hate, smear, get his enemies, and it was factual.
Nah.
And hold on, let me say this. It wasn't nothing factual because the next day, Big
Yeah.
Estate came out and said that's a lie. Puffy
Yeah.
did not take money out of Biggie's for pay for the funeral. He actually paid for everything. And not once did we see Miss Wallace, God rest her soul, get up there for all these years. Her son been dead over what, 15, 20 years, say that Diddy owed him money or didn't do something. And number two, Eric Sermon just came on the Breakfast Club and said, wait a minute, let me clear something up. They took my words and they switched, they made a new narrative. That's not what I was saying. So I think, and I hope Diddy wins the lawsuit because you know why? Because now you got further people hating him more because of the doc, right?
Yeah.
And 50 Cent wanted that. He just don't like him. If I don't like him, I want my friends not to like him either.
Right.
And he's from South Side, man. People from South Side. I agree with Dame.
No. What we not gonna do is we
You
not
don't
gonna
do.
paint with a broad brush. The
That's what you.
Southside community is a beautiful community full of rugged, tough individuals who have adapted to their environment and survived in the best way they know how.
So you like. So it's okay to make a documentary about somebody about alleged. You're saying the man is a murderer. He did this. He did that, and still no proof. Still
So
no.
first, so first of all, I'm not getting
Yo,
into
wipe
that.
that.
I'm not getting that deep
Smile.
into it. The
Wipe
first
that.
thing I want to
Wipe
talk
that
about,
Kool-Aid smile
the
off your
first thing I want to talk about is the fact that this man Diddy is the prototype to Drake. He is the Drake prototype. Every dude that Diddy beefed with, or he did not like, or he had something that
You don't
he want.
have.
Hold on, let me finish. That he had something he wanted to do with. He came and he took your girl, man. He
Listen,
he
you
didn't even
don't
have
have.
DMs to slide into.
Listen, you don't listen to me, man. If you did something and I saw it,
Woo,
I ain't got nothing to do with that. If it ain't got nothing to do with no little kids, because we
woo.
protect the babies over here. If it
Ma-
ain't got nothing to do with no little kids, right? I
Matter
mind
of
my business.
fact,
I mind my business, man. You
listen,
heard me, man? I
listen,
mind my business. I don't
man,
like a rat and I don't like a snitch. I don't like
listen,
a
man.
tattletale, man.
That
And now
boy,
the whole world is tattletelling.
that boy Diddy will take your girl, man. You get
Man,
on Diddy now.
listen, right? He might have grew up around the pimps and might have been pimping. I don't know. But
Yeah.
again, there's no kids involved, right? So I don't really I'm not into too much of what he did as a person. You know, everybody sometimes you gotta be ruthless to get to the top in business. I have never seen no nice person make it. Uh
So then what's wrong with what's wrong with what my Uncle Fifth doing? He being ruthless.
he been no. What he doing is he's telling and insinuating without proof, and then he's putting his name next to something. And South Side, BX, Brooklyn, our era, we don't condone that. You understand me? I don't tell on you to get you in trouble or to get more people don't like you. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna handle you myself, right? I think that 50 is going too far. And then Marlon Wayans,
Oh yeah.
he didn't even say anything that bad. He just was like, yo, you know, you got to watch what you say sometimes and just be careful with the energy you put out. And then 50 went on him, and he's from a successful acting black family that put in work, and 50 wants to ruin him. I don't like him, man. He's messy, man. He's like,
Listen, let me tell you something. I don't
I'm
think
just
that I
saying,
think
I'm
50
nobody. I'm
I
just,
don't think 50 goes at Marlon.
he was about to ruin, he went out.
I don't think 50 goes at Marlon. Tactically, it doesn't make sense.
He was a, but have you not been looking at what's going on? He told
Pat
me about
Marlins,
white chicks. He said the
Marlins.
end of white chicks to so that was stopping his residual money.
Listen,
What are you
bro.
talking about,
Did you see
Curtis?
that? Did you see the meme? Did you see the meme this nigga did? Oh my God. Yo, I love 50,
God.
bro.
So
I love Petty Pendergrass, bro.
what the world is turning into, and you know, I know a lot of rappers is doing podcasting now. Everybody's doing podcasting, but
Yeah,
man, I would like to see y'all get back to making music. I really don't want to see my
ain't no
rappers
money.
on the internet gossiping and then talking about other rappers and this and this. Man, can we get back to making music? The music business is horrible right now. Make a song.
No.
Man, you went there doing all this. Go, aren't you a rapper? Go make a song.
Boy, that boy T-Pain said he makes more money on Twitch
So you don't love your art.
playing video
You're not an
games.
artist. You're not an artist.
No, you can't say that.
And not the money. You can. I'm not telling you not to
You,
get your money.
you
I'm
can't
telling
say that. Art my artistry was formerly how I made my money until the industry configured a way to cheat me out of my money and to make my artistry less valuable.
they are cheap
How?
too. These streaming services ain't paying nothing. Nobody nothing. They ain't paying. You know, Hot 97 just laid off the morning show was Ebro in the morning and that staff, right? Whatever politics that was. It hasn't been a rap song in the top 100 the first time ever, right? The writing is on the wall because once this podcast thing dry up for rappers, then what? You get. I'm telling you, the musicians got a hit song, right? Will stop everything. It will create a whole nother lane for you, touring. It all starts with this hit song. Get back to making music and stop gossiping about people and doing all this. I would love to hear some new 50 Cent music instead of this ripping down black
But
men.
it's fun. It's fun to listen to the old stories of the rumors that we heard. Like a lot of what makes the Diddy documentary so entertaining is it is filled with a lot of the rumors and stuff that I remember hearing back when I was, you know, between 10 and 15. We were talking about speculating who would have gained the most from Biggie's death. And the answer honestly was Puff.
His mama had all the his mama was straight. His kids are straight. They never came out and said we need something. What are
That's
y'all
not what
talking?
he. That's not what Rome said, though. That's not what Rome said. He said
Nigga,
who had the most to gain overall.
But they didn't gain.
he
Yo,
did.
Uh,
what I don't
He
like. Right?
did. He did.
What I don't
He
like.
really did.
Let me tell you what I don't like,
He
right?
really did.
Diddy, right? Not only did he do Sean John, the clothing, blew
Mhm.
that industry open, got
Absolutely.
onto the liquor before everybody else. Everybody else got a liquor company. He did the liquor thing, right?
Absolutely.
He went, put that remix and did all that. He's been a trailblazer, and y'all just keep knocking and knocking and knocking, and nobody's ever looked at what he has done. Yeah, nobody's perfect. What I'm saying is the reason why I want to see him make a comeback is because he did not mess with kids. I didn't see nothing of no underage, and all I see is this, that, this, and that. And this internet with this he say, she say, with one person say it, it becomes real. I don't know. It's dangerous, man. It's
I,
dangerous
I,
to knock somebody like that.
I don't like your philosophy, Smooth, to be respectfully. I don't like the fact that you can screw over an adult and the only person you can't screw over is a child. Like, where's just it's what happened to just being a decent person?
Yo, listen, let me ask you a question. When 50 Cent allegedly ran away from his kid. He don't take care of his son. He burned
Yeah.
down his baby mama house. Allegedly, I don't know
Look. I remember
what happened.
vividly. I
He threw
remember
the microphone and hit
vividly.
the girl in the head, and
I
she
remember
bleeding.
vividly. I remember vividly when 50 Cent son got on Joe Biden's internet and said, 50 Cent is only sending me $6,800
I
a
remember.
month.
I remember.
How am I supposed to live
One
off
apartment in Manhattan
of
is four
50?
thousand dollars a month. Yo, a loft is 5 G's a month. Now stop it, five.
It's you and your it's you and your mom. That's one.
Fifty
Two,
eight hundred.
I'm two.
That covers the
I'm
rent.
two. I'm not with your mom. I'm not with your mom. So that 6,800 covers all housing
Child
expenses.
support is 23, what is it, 20 something percent or 17% of your income? Or something
It
like that?
no, it depends. It
depends.
depends.
How much is it starting the average?
If I make $5 million a year, you should not have access to 23
If you're
to
paying child
17%. For
support.
one kid is 17, for two kids is 23.
Okay,
You should
so
not
you
have access
okay?
to
So tell the Lord,
17%.
tell every baby daddy that's paying that. You should not be. They
You
should not
shouldn't.
tell the baby mamas that
Look, if you're an average person, then that 17% kind of makes sense because that's going to be a larger chunk and you make a lesser amount, right? But if you are an extremely high earning person, that 17% puts that person puts that person into another tax bracket just because they slept with you.
hey, bro, you sound like a man who don't want to give your kids nothing but pro kids and cornflakes.
I pay my child support, and I always give
Listen,
them
it
extra.
needs child support do need to be reformed. But my
Okay.
thing is this, right? None of us has ever did anything that isn't like without like, you should have did better. Um, I'm again, I'm in the camp that I think 50 Cent is petty. He shouldn't be doing these documentaries about this man. He's going too far. It's too much. Get back to making music.
Yeah.
Make you did it with other artists. You got a track record. Soon as somebody say something you don't like, you go into I'm gonna ruin you mode. And again, they don't do it. They only do it to people that look like us. Again, I'm just think that we got enough already of other forces trying to rip us down, other forces trying to take the money back from us that we made. I don't want to see um, another successful person of color take down another successful person of color.
I
I don't
mean,
care how entertaining it is, and
yeah,
hey,
it's extreme. I mean, it honestly was everything that Jasmine Wright has been saying for years.
not true. Or like that. Look who he had. He had Kirk Burrow, right? You
Hmm.
really think he gave away 25% by somebody walking in there saying, "I want your share"? And he looked like a crackhead guy, allegedly. I don't know. They said he looked like he on. I don't know. But my thing is this: if I made a documentary about you and I lined up all the people that don't like you, I can create a narrative on you.
I mean, if bro, you know a soft dude when you see one, and it's certain
But
dudes out there that'll fold.
I don't know
Yeah,
that.
it's a wrap.
If it's true. Because all those people, look what Gene Deal said. I wasn't in the movie. They contacted me. I told them, I got with the other guys. We can get 50,000 a piece and come and talk as a team. And they took me out. Now he's going at 50. All this documentary ain't this and that because he didn't get his $50,000. That
Yeah,
showed me, right, that
yeah.
people was getting paid to
Hmm.
slander, and it was a slander piece. And I hope that he gets that $1 billion because he said, Netflix, if y'all don't take back some of the stuff y'all said, I'm suing y'all for $1 billion. And I hope
They can't take it back. It's already out in the world. People
no,
saw it.
recant
Wow.
the statement. If they come out and says, this didn't happen, this wasn't true.
Listen, if you think that Netflix didn't have their lawyers looking over all of the film that was used, you're crazy.
I don't think they
They,
care. I don't
they,
think they care
I
about
think they do. I think
no,
they
you know
do.
why? They just bought what's the other one?
Warner Brothers.
For 82 billion. You
Yeah.
think they care
Bro,
about
I'm not. I just
you
bought.
think they care about $100 million lawsuit?
Yes, absolutely,
No, they don't. They
absolutely.
probably said, you know what, put that out as good. We'll pay them a little something, and let's just that shit is gonna do numbers. I'm telling you the way people think. They got enough that they gonna hurt them. That's a pinch. 82
I
billion with a
think
B.
I think a lot of the information that we got is public information. I think that the
That we
information.
already
I think that the information that they got, the footage of Diddy
what's
is.
new? What's new that you in the footage that you said I didn't know before? What's new?
I mean, honestly, when Diddy said what he said about finding the most like ruthless person
That footage is
to,
new. Nobody's seen that
yeah,
before.
yeah, but what I'm saying about that is like it made sense.
You
Like
got to.
no,
My life is on the line. They
and nobody will touch me with a 12-foot pole. So I need somebody who will be dirty to
what
fight for me. Like,
listen. What is wrong with y'all? If they are slandering me out there and playing dirty,
yeah,
I need somebody that's gonna play just as dirty and slander them back. I don't understand what y'all thinking.
no,
That's
bro, honestly, I gained a lot of respect for Diddy's hustle and watching the documentary. Yeah, there were a lot of things that happened with Diddy to Diddy, but every time something happened, bro, Diddy's a phoenix, bro. He's a phoenix. That boy, he said, "Oh, something died. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna come back. Up, artist died. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna come back. Up, industry died. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna flip it on him."
I was doing a documentary, it wouldn't have been all slander. I would have started out with the good, right? And then got to the bad. You cannot go bad, bad. It makes me look like, yo, he slept with his girl he loved. He took care of his kid. He was giving her 10,000 a month, allegedly, right? To what the courts were saying, right? That is coming from that, right? If someone takes your wife and make her do things, you might do a piece on them too if you try to destroy them. It's not coming from a place of realness and genuine. That's why I can't get down with it. And rest in peace, DMX. But where's my dogs at? You
I get
understand me?
no,
Meaning
I'm
that,
confused with that reference.
meaning that, where's all my real dudes at that know how to operate and move and say, yo, I don't get down with that. That's crazy that you put condoning ratting and snitching and telling on people and ripping down your brother. I can't. I'm from. Listen, I'm not from that era. I don't. I can't. I don't wear skinny jeans because my knots don't fit. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need
Yeah.
a little sag in my swag. I can't. I
All
can't.
I,
right.
I hear you. I just know that that culture has led to the detriment of our community. And though I definitely grew up in a hood, as you can tell by my vernacular, I don't subscribe to that mode of thinking.
Oh, all right, quarter sip.
Hey, type time, feel me, feel me. Easy on them, feel me. I'm not black. I'm wearing a quarter zip. This is matcha. Never mind.
Where you come from, right?
Well,
I
yep.
mean, no matter where you come from, where you live at now, where you from, right? But when you get into that new Mercedes Benz you got,
Yeah, still a
excuse
nigga in the coop.
me, ladies and gents, you still a nigga in the Benz.
Yeah, I hear you. I
So don't you
definitely hear
ever forget where you came from and what made us, because those struggles is what made us, right? So
you.
so don't ever say, oh, that's the detriment. No, because we had to take the good with the bad, and my mama made the best out of her resources growing up in the neighborhood and made her stronger and made me stronger, right? A lot of these kids now can't even handle themselves out here because, they didn't grow up in that tough era where they had to be tough in order to survive and make it back home. And so it helps. So, I'm not going to look down on that, but I just, man, can the artists get back to being artists and making music? This
That
internet
would be wonderful.
is ruining them. There's no music out there. Music, it runs the world. The R&B music is dead. The
Nah, there's a lot of good R&B music out there, my boy.
who?
That man Leon Thomas is killing it right now.
All right, so you get,
That black girl who made that song, The King's Anthem, is killing it right now. It's a lot of good music out there. It's just not, it's not hardcore rap.
I ain't
Um,
hardcore rap, but ain't nothing wrong with that either. You
Like, bro, a lot of the rap music, if you listen to a lot of the music that they listen to now, it's dumbed down. What like my kid listens to this guy named DC the Don, bro. It sounds like alternative music. This kid has a
know, time,
Cali accent,
time.
and he sounds like a surfer boy. So like, times is changing, man.
Yeah.
Times is changing. Swags is changing.
And have you heard of I forget his name, Nate Dogg's son?
Nah,
He's great. He's good.
nah, I ain't heard of that. Now, on another note, because we're gonna end out pretty shortly. Um, Al, you bought something, and I want you to elaborate on this. I think his name is he's an Ohio senator named Bernie Moreno, and
Yeah.
he got an exclusive Citizens Act uh
Yep.
of 2025 on the table, and
Right.
that's gonna do it's you cannot have dual citizenships, right? He
Right. He introduced it on Monday, and it's horrible. It's basically it's gonna make anybody who has dual citizenship choose between their original citizenship and the U.S. citizenship. And coming from a Latino family, the whole idea of them coming here and working for 30, 40 years is that they could count on their social security and their pension. If they have to now say, well, I'm going to give up my citizenship from wherever I'm from in order to keep those benefits, they're going to lose a lot of things, including property and homes where they have now moved to because they retired. And not only them, there's a lot of I've heard of a lot of expats that have gone to Portugal, Spain, and they've become citizens of those places where they've retired to, but they keep their double citizenship because they're receiving all the benefits that you get from being an American citizen.
Mm.
So how unfair is that? And the crazy ironic thing is that this guy Bernie Moreno, he's an immigrant from Colombia that became a U.S. citizen.
But he denounced. He denounced.
Yeah, he denounced his
He,
citizen, and
he
that's
said, becoming an American citizen is so great. I only want to be known as America. I don't want to be known no more as
but
Colombia.
that was his choice, and
If
everybody has that choice. But don't force people that don't want to do that, because
But
there's
we
already people that built their entire life based on that. You
right.
know,
if it
it's
be
it's
your own
crazy,
people was a senator.
huh?
I said if it be your own people was a
Yeah.
senator.
Yes, and he's a senator.
If it that's yeah,
But Senator, if that happens, if we're watching it, who knows if this stuff gets passed into law, and then it takes like almost 6 months to 8 months for them to start enacting it. So people really gotta like not let this be swept under the
Yeah.
rug, because if they say you only can have one citizen and you from Dominican Republic and you go back and forth and you got dual citizenship, so you got to choose.
Right.
I can see both sides of it and why they wouldn't want it and then why people would want it.
What you mean
The
both sides? What you talking about?
you can make a case for both sides. The bad side and the side I think the senator's trying to say is once they leave the country, the funds that we give them don't circulate back in the country. They circulate in another region and they
But that's not
fund.
true though,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people with dual citizenship
Yeah.
that actually have Airbnbs, like let's say in Dominican Republic. And
Yeah.
guess what? They're getting taxed in US dollars, even though they're not living here. If you're a
Yeah.
US citizen, you could live in any country in the world. You're gonna get taxed by the feds
But
just because you're a US citizen.
you're not paying, you don't pay property taxes into the system. You don't pay all
No,
that other.
but
Look, I understand you earn your money. You
yeah.
should be able to retire wherever you want.
But it's
Wrong.
not only that, like these people, they
Wrong.
form companies
Then
and other situations in other
wrong.
countries that are not available here
Yeah.
that make money, they produce money in other countries that get
Mm.
taxed here.
Okay.
So those are possibilities of businesses that wouldn't be possible here. They're making that possible. So I don't know. I mean, um, I think it's very short-sighted.
It is.
And this is an aside. It's just something I noticed. It's
Yeah.
very ironic. His last name, Moreno, in Spanish means, well, you guys know,
I mean,
Yeah.
black. So
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just saying, it's like so ironic. It's like, yeah, like I mean, not that he is, but it's just an extra layer to the whole thing. It's
whatever he went through, right?
Yeah.
He wants to put his own experiences on the world. He said,
Fact.
"Oh, this is what I did, and that's why it should be good for everybody."
well,
But
he's a
Fact.
senator. He probably is never gonna go back
He's not.
Colombia. But if he was like many of his people like had a barber shop that they worked for 30, 40 years and they're ready to retire, they might want to go back to Colombia and have a
for
life
three
over there
months,
now.
4 months, come back to the United States.
Yeah,
Why you got to be in one place? Why you can't go
right.
and have
Yeah.
full citizenship?
And by the way, this law, the dual citizenship law has been in place since the 50s.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody's really changed it like this. And
So,
all
do
of a
you
sudden
think
now he
has
wants to, huh?
this is on the table? Do you think this bill, this exclusive
I
citizenship?
don't think it's gonna pass. And a big deal about this too is that Trump's wife and all his kids are dual citizens. So let's start there then. I don't think it's gonna pass. I hope not, but it's like that. That's at the level where it's at.
Do y'all?
Melania Trump has dual citizenship with her national her original national country. So and all his kids, they all have, based on their mothers, they have dual citizenship.
Do you think that the birthright citizenship, because we're waiting for the Supreme Court decision. Do you think that's going to pass? Because that can hurt too. That's going to hurt a lot.
That could pass more easily. You know why? Because it's not really retroactive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not retroactive. This would be a retroactive, like, because it covers anybody. So if you got your dual citizenship in the 70s, guess what? You're gonna have to give that up. But if you know, the birthright is a thing that would take place moving on forward. So I can see that coming into place. Not that I'm for it. I'm not for it, but that's an easier one to pass, I think.
Right. Right. It's we watching it. We are keeping our eyes on it. We're gonna talk about it, bring some foresight to it, some insight, some hindsight. So I just want to recap before we sign off. I don't think I think that we should start changing being able to have relationships in the workplace without being I
It
think
sounds like you have some skin on the game.
no
Word.
I think that you meet people at work, right? I think that people are 90%, and I don't think the job should dictate who you fall in love with. Now, if it gets messy, then that should happen. Like, hey, if you guys have a fight here, you get fired. But not if
No.
you meet and actually have a relationship.
Nah.
I don't think having a relationship is the crime. The crime here is that he was cheating on his wife. That's the crime. That's the only crime I see here. That he was.
Please, somebody in the comment section, please say all the things that I am thinking right now,
Oh,
that myself and Al are thinking
oh,
about Smooth right now.
that the job control too much of your personal lives now, and I think that they wanted to get him out of there for whatever reason, because why would Uber driver, they come out with a story saying a Uber driver told us we deliver you some Plan B pills. So who what Uber driver does that?
That's crazy.
And go after he's delivered back.
Because you know why? Because you bought $300 worth of Plan B pills and you tipped me $3. You dirty.
So I here I see the crime simply being of he cheated on his wife, and that's the real crime.
Yeah.
Crime shouldn't be and I also think that if she was in a relationship with him, she should lose her job too.
Yeah.
And because he didn't hit her, he just went over there and said, "Yo, you lost me my job."
I mean, that's kind of menacing.
Yeah, and he left. He said,
we don't you can't really speak on that because you're not a woman, so you don't realize the amount of intimidation a male press can put on a woman, whether it's legitimate or not, right?
She was in a relationship with him too, right? She broke the rules too, right?
Listen,
we went over this.
I
I think
feel you on
we
that. I
can't
feel
keep
you on
spinning
that.
this up.
I feel you on that.
So don't just ruin that, brother. If she went and said, "I'm going to tell," she should bear the consequences too. You know, she shouldn't get a promotion, right? Oh, come on in. Let me bring you up to the highest seat because you
No
don't
one said that.
this nigga. Nah, excuse my language.
No one said that.
Help us get that Negro up out of it. Nah, we ain't feeling that. The crime here is his immoral thing to his wife, right? And you know, let's not make the media make it sound like they got rid of him because he got arrested. No, that was only, you know, and again, a misdemeanor. Wasn't he? He's not even gonna do no. That ain't gonna be about nothing.
Yeah, that's
He
nothing.
didn't put hands on her. He just went over there like any one of us would. Like, yo, you just told and ruined my. Why would you do that? Yo, you crazy? Yo, you terrible. Blah, blah, blah. You know what?
No, not any of us. I lost my job because I was sleeping with you for 7 years. I'm home, loving on my wife, hoping I can
Now,
preserve
don't go
my
home now.
family.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap
All
it up.
right, man.
We've talked about this already.
3 podcasts, 3 sites podcasts. We are out.
All right. Keep it real.